All right, well, this is going at the very beginning before the theme song. Hello and welcome to the imPod by imPunk. My name's Koby.
My name's Josh.
We're a podcast that does improv.
Correct. And in this particular episode, we're going to do short form games. But, if you keep listening, the next episode, if you prefer, we'll do long form games.
Long form improv is where we do an entirely improvised radio play for this podcast because it's an audio medium. Okay, thank you. We'll see you after the intro.
Yep.
Hey, do please remember to like, subscribe, and share the channel so that we can continue to grow and have your influence affect how we do improv going forward, including suggestions for characters and scenes and such. Thank you.
imPod, the improv podcast, with Joshua and Koby, an imPunk production.
Was written by a gay man, don't you?
Do I think that the
You just start recording as I finish that sentence.
do I think that that known
Oscar
bohemian
Wilde?
Oscar Wilde, yes, was a gay man? No.
No, not at all. I think
No.
I think it was a cover.
No, yeah, it's one of those things where the gay agenda.
They're turning him
Like,
gay.
next they're gonna
Just
say
like Alexander.
Next they're
The
going to say
great.
Elton John was gay, like come
Right.
on.
No, nobody's going to
No,
believe
no,
that.
of course not. He just has a really good friend.
Yeah, they're just two guys living together. They're just good friends, Koby.
Yeah, they're roommates.
They're roommates.
Yes.
Just like me and you.
Yeah, that's true. We do have the podcasting R&D and research R&D
It's
research
really
lab,
weird that
and
the research
yeah.
lab has dildos on the wall, but I've never questioned it, Koby.
I maintain that for comedic purposes, the dildos actually add a lot. Now, do I think I should have marketed them as a climbing gym? I can see where that was wrong.
For children, yeah, that was really weird. That was a
I
weird
was
choice.
just trying to make back the money because they were extra strength dildos. They costed more.
Right. They have a steel bar going through the middle of them.
Yeah, but what do you want? A flaccid dildo
Well-
for your climbing wall?
I like the ones that have, how they make those lamps that you can shape and then point the lamp. It's on,
Yes.
yeah, I want that, but dildo form. I want to be able to fucking do a loop in a dildo.
Well, Joshua,
Kinda.
if you look under your seats in the audience, you will find pre-shaped dildo lamps.
None of this is making it in, is it?
No, it might. This is really funny to me. So, what other gym equipment can we make out of dildos? Rope climbing. Just a really long one. I mean, average size.
Like a
average
gym, like a
average
gym
sized
rope, like a gym rope.
like a gym rope, but it's a
It's just
dildo.
from the ceiling.
Right, which is average sized, right? That's what mine is.
This podcast is brought to you by Bad Dragon Dildos.
What? Why do you know that, Joshua?
What do you think I bought for the walls of our office?
Oh, were they bad dragons?
Well, they weren't good dragons.
No, good dragons are definitely. They just don't have the same appeal.
I wonder if Good Dragon Dildo is a company.
I hope they are, and I hope that they make kind of joke companion dildos for everyone Bad Dragon makes.
So you have the horse one, and then you have the gorilla dildo that's 2 inches.
It's just donkey. Just a donkey.
I really think that DreamWorks and Disney are really missing out on this. Maybe not Disney, but DreamWorks is really missing out on this dildo market. How many people do you think would buy a Shrek dildo?
Well, me. I'd buy them all.
What other
I think
what other DreamWorks franchises can we make dildos out of?
Megamind. It's just shaped like his head. How to Train Your Bad Dragon. Ants. I don't know what that would be, but it would be shaped like an ant. Maybe.
What's that pet movie where when you leave?
The Secret Life of Pets.
Secret Life of Pets. There you go.
That's is that DreamWorks? I thought it was Illumination.
I have no idea, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what else DreamWorks
From the
does.
maker, well, they make all of the animated movies where the main character has their one eyebrow cocked up real high.
Dream.
The Bee Movie.
Oh,
the
shit.
Bee Movie.
I need a dildo that shoots Jerry Seinfeld lines at me while it does everything.
Josh, what do you call your own penis? Because that's what I imagine it does.
So you bought this dildo. What's the deal with that? That was my Jerry Seinfeld impression. I hope it was good.
No, there's got to be a second part to that. Like, what's the deal with that? Are you just?
Oh, no.
Have you just settled?
Madagascar, Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, Madagascar, yeah. They'd be then the Penguins of Madagascar movie.
Oh, that's true.
That's
true.
It would just be the penguins.
That's
the
true.
octopus. The octopus.
How did Shrek 2 have a higher gross income than Shrek 1?
Because Shrek 1 was like hugely popular, and so everyone was hyped up for Shrek 2. Also, Shrek 2, the better movie.
Really? Is that like one of the few cases where a sequel's better than the original?
I 100% believe it is the better movie. Absolutely.
Interesting. Yeah, Shrek's like 17 on this list. Shrek 2 is like number 1, and then Shrek 3 is number 2. And then Shrek Forever After is number 3.
Man, for me,
I don't even know what Shrek Forever After is. I've never even heard of that shit.
Well, it's the one where Shrek like does It's a Wonderful Life, where he like wishes he had never been born.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
No, that's a real movie.
What the fuck?
Shrek like wishes like talks to Rumpelstiltskin, who had already been in the Shrek franchise, but like this is a completely different like looking character. Like I don't think it's the same guy. I think there's just multiple Rumpelstiltskins out there in the Shrek
They
universe.
just decided to have multiple
Yeah.
Rumpelstiltskins. Yeah.
So Shrek, says, "Oh, I kind of sometimes I wish I'd never been born," and Rumpelstiltskin's like, "Ah, I will take your life."
That's a really weird movie, man.
Yeah.
Aren't they working on Shrek 4 or 5?
Well, they absolutely are. Yeah, the Puss in Boots movie was a huge success, and they've already been working on it for a while. So I think it's going to happen.
Is it 5 or 4? Is Shrek Forever
Shrek
After
1,
4?
2, 3, Forever After.
So
I
that's
think.
4.
Yeah.
So then it'd be 5.
Yeah, not counting the Puss in Boots movies. The two of
yeah,
those.
because Puss in Boots movies, they're not called Shrek now, are they?
No, but
Kobe,
they are.
Puss in
But they
Boots.
are canonically in line with the with the Shrek
but
franchise.
I don't think of every Marvel movie. Listen, I don't think of Avengers Endgame as Iron Man 17.
Really, because I kind of do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like really, it's all just Marvel 1, Marvel 2, Marvel 3. It's just who is the character that we're following in this one.
Yeah. So how about that Wolverine and
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Deadpool, yeah, I got it backwards.
Or Wolverine and Deadpool, maybe it is. I don't know.
It's probably Deadpool and Wolverine. Because apparently they said, I read an interview where the director was like, well, this isn't Deadpool 3. This is something different. And it's like, what?
It's Deadpool.
It's Deadpool 3. It's Deadpool, but in the MCU.
Two dead, two pools.
Two dead, two pools. Deadpool Tokyo Drift.
I would love a Deadpool movie that's just entirely set in Tokyo. He's just doing anime faces.
I feel like they're really missing the boat on Deadpool. They should make a Disney Plus series, but it should be just them taking random Disney properties, like one episode one-offs.
It's like
take a random Disney property and just add Deadpool to it.
It's like when Lilo and Stitch was coming out, and they would just put like clips of established Disney movies like Beauty and the Beast.
Oh yeah,
with
like Stitch
and
the thing.
And then Stitch is just like on the ceiling.
Yeah. No, they should do that, but they should do that with Deadpool.
Yeah,
they should have a Disney Plus series where like one episode, it's like a one-off episode, you know, and it's just Deadpool in random stuff. Deadpool in whatever the latest Disney movie is. Deadpool in Star Wars. Deadpool in like just go for it. Screw it.
But unfortunately,
and then really piss people off. Say it's all canon.
I'm pretty sure like that's like Gwenpool has already pissed enough people off with the.
Oh, we can go further. We could go further. What's Gwenpool?
So how long in this hypothetical Deadpool universe?
Yeah.
Before Deadpool goes to
the
Toy
DCU.
Story?
Oh wait, that doesn't work.
I mean, they'd do it before Deadpool goes to Toy Story and just puts dildos in front of the toys and be like, "These are also toys. They're alive too."
It all comes full. They're alive too. Can you imagine that life?
As a living dildo?
Yeah.
What do you think my life is like now, getting fucked by the man?
Kobe, you don't have to
I'm a
refer to
taxpayer.
you don't have to refer to me as the man anymore, okay?
I'm sorry, we're co-men.
We're co-men now.
We're co-men. Man, this is bad. You're right. At first, we could have kept it in, but now this has gone on a tangent.
Actually, I would. No, I personally, I like podcasts that go on tangents. So I listen to this podcast.
We haven't said who we are. What we
Yeah, I don't
do
give a
yet,
fuck.
right?
I listen to this podcast, right? Called Morning Somewhere, and it's like 20-minute podcast.
Because it's always morning somewhere.
Correct. Literally.
Ah,
They film it in Scotland, and they release it in the morning in the U.S.
yeah.
so it's morning somewhere. Anyway, that's not the point. The whole podcast, they do the intro, which we didn't even get that far. They do the intro, and then it's immediate tangents for 20 minutes. and then at the end of the week, they do it daily until Friday. At the end, every Friday, they go, all right, here's all the things that you guys said we started and never finished. And they just got to go off on all of it.
Well, thank you for sticking around through all those tangents.
I personally, that's probably going to be the part of the podcast that gets the most listens.
Well, then why do we bother with the improv stuff that we do?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's what I've been saying, Koby. We need to change this improv podcast. We need to make it like it's improv, but it's actually just us talking. But it's improv.
Well, I mean, we can cut it off now. I can go home.
I mean, that's fine. I don't give a fuck. All right, get out of here, Koby.
All right, bye.
All right, dear listeners. So the first game we're gonna play.
Get in my car. Car door closed. I'm so glad to be out of earshot of Joshua. I can undo the zipper at the back of my neck, which goes up and over my face. And no. I'm in my true form, a lizard. He doesn't know I'm one of them.
Hey, Koby, you know what we should have done? We should have picked what games we were gonna play today.
You should have done that because I have a pretty nice setup at my house, and occasionally you decide you don't want to be there, and I have to come to you.
Whoa, Koby!
And
you told me that coming to me wasn't a problem.
I said that coming to you is possible, but not preferred.
Well, who would you prefer to come to?
The first thing that came to my head was Shigo from Kim Possible.
All right, well, Koby, I think it's high time we play a game that everybody's been clamoring for us to play. This game is called Helping Hands.
No, that's right. This is a very visually based game. So, listener, you just have to take my word for it. Joshua is putting his arms through mine, and we're going to have a perfectly normal scene. All right, no, we're not. You're smart enough to know that we are in fact doing that. It's just how we always do it, though. Josh is just rubbing my nipples right now.
just going at it. I'm gonna make these suckers chafe today.
Sing.
All right, Koby. I think we should give the audience an idea of a pretty standard improv game, which is why I think we're gonna play New Choice.
All right, let's play New Choice. I like New Choice. So for this game, we're going to need a scenario. We're going to need a situation. For
audience, can you give us a situation?
We have a live studio audience of like 50 people, and they're just not talking.
Not
we're on a
stage.
Word. We had a band doing our intro. It was Bon Jovi.
He must be blowing it.
Jeez, how is this not going better?
What'd you want?
A situation for our two characters to be in.
A teacher who thinks she's on a reality show.
All right, I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so what if I'm an English teacher? I just want to be pregnant.
Ma'am, I'm not sure how that's relevant for your employee review, but I have to submit this to the state, you know.
Wait a minute. You're not my talking head camera?
No, ma'am. We've received multiple complaints about you, so the district wanted me to record our meeting here today so that we could discuss further repercussions.
All right. So what do you want to know about?
All right. Can you tell me more about the incident on January 18th?
New Choice.
Can you tell me more about the collection of erotic dildos in your classroom?
New Choice.
Fuck. Can you tell me more about the odd choice of posters that you hang in your classroom?
New Choice.
Can you tell me more about your sex life?
Well, my sex life consists mostly of going to Club XXOXO, which is a sex club.
New Choice.
That my sex life is so vast and drastic. Like, how do you describe the wind? How do you describe the sun on your
Choice?
face? Honestly, I've been single for the past 7 months.
And how does that make you feel?
Horny.
New choice.
Slimy yet satisfied.
New choice?
Frankly, I have a lot of hormones right now that are doing a number to me, and I just need to balance my diet.
New choice.
I am 30. I don't know if I'm going to have another shot at a relationship which can satisfy my urges.
God, this sounds familiar. Really, ma'am. Now, you may be wondering what this has to do with your employee review and why I have to submit this to the state.
I kind of was, but I was making sure I looked right into the camera for all of your questions.
Well, the reason we needed to know that is because we're submitting it to a court as evidence. We're telling you now, which might be illegal.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to court. This is bananas. But they're not. But what they didn't know is that I had a trump card up my sleeve.
Ma'am, I'm still sitting right here. The camera's still rolling. Oh,
I shot the camera.
you almost took my head off.
New choice.
Ma'am, guns are illegal in school property, which we're still on.
New choice.
Glock, I see. Well, that's a choice.
Thank you. I'm
A new
a woman
choice.
who means business. Oh.
New choice.
Oh, is that what this is? I thought it was a Beretta.
Well, no, it's a... Okay, just put it down. All right, there's no need to wave it around and point it at me like you're doing.
Pointing at you like this?
No, yes, just like that. I don't need that.
How about like this on its side?
No,
like a
no,
gangster?
that's even worse.
Okay. I will just turn my safety back on and put it in the holster right here in my shirt.
Ma'am, you do realize that everything you do here has consequences? This isn't some, like, reality show.
What?
This isn't a reality show.
New choice.
This totally isn't a reality show.
I saw you nod your head when you said that. So I'm so glad to know that because frankly, my behavior, if this wasn't going on TV, would be inexcusable. I'm so glad to be on board with this. All right, I'm just so glad to be on Bachelor in
New choice. What the fuck, Koby?
I'm so glad to be on Bachelor in College, Bachelor in Fraternity.
Sure, yeah, yep. That's what this is. Now, ma'am, would you mind coming with me?
Why, sure. Who is this fine man in a blue uniform?
Oh, he's just gonna give you an injection, and you're gonna put this jacket on if you don't mind.
All right. So I'm glad I'm here doing this next interview while I'm wearing this fancy hugging myself jacket here in this big white room. I think the facilities have definitely improved, and I'm really glad to be here on season 2.
Sergeant.
Yeah.
Can you get the head medical officer? I don't know that she's going to be able to have a second interview in this state.
All right. Hello. I'm the head medical officer.
Can you give her something to calm her down? She still thinks she's in a reality show. She's been in
Yes.
this cell for months. She was talking about being in a school at one point. I don't understand.
Yes, we've given her many things. The only thing left is electroshock. I'll grab the toaster.
Okay, that's it. Game's over.
I'm sorry, but
Koby, I really tried. My goal... No, you were fine. My goal was to, like, swing it around to just make everything that happened before irrelevant. I just really wanted to subvert the expectations of the audience. Koby?
yeah, no, much in the way of Zack Snyder's Sucker Punch, a movie that he says, even though he had complete and total creative control of, is not his final vision.
What a dumbass.
Yes. Yeah,
Do you think you can
it's
make a better
amazing,
movie than
it's
Zack
amazing
Snyder?
what you scrape for when you fail upwards your entire career.
Do you think you can make a better movie than Zack Snyder?
Could I make a more coherent movie than Zack
Oh,
Snyder?
okay,
Yes,
yeah, okay.
yes. Better is a matter of perspective. I think I could make a movie I would like more for myself than Zack Snyder could make a movie I would like for me.
We should really write because isn't George Lucas? Didn't he like say that like at this point he's just making movies for himself, basically?
Yeah.
So
he
we
did.
should write him and be like, hey,
You want us
Can-
to make movies for
for
yourself?
you, yeah. Do you want us to make movies for yourself?
Yeah.
We'll do it for you, bro.
Yeah.
You can just sit and watch.
George, I know you studied. I know you studied anthropology in college. Indiana Jones, but he's an anthropologist. I know Indiana Jones was your idea, but what if we
But-
made it even more your idea?
What if we took your idea and made it better, George?
Made it more your idea. Exactly. Everything you do is gold, George. You definitely didn't get saved in the edit of A New Hope by your wife. Sorry, she took the dog, by the way.
Well, Koby, that brings us, I think, is a great segue to our next game.
Oh, what is our next game?
Film noir, radio noir.
Radio noir. Okay, I love radio noir.
We're gonna do a bit of a noir scene, you know, like an old timey detective nonsense, you know, the stuff that Koby likes.
Yeah.
And what we're gonna do in this scene is we're just gonna do a scene and kind of narrate it a little bit.
Yeah.
It'll make sense when we do it. You'll understand what's going on.
What's the location for this noir to be?
How about a swimming pool?
All right, a swimming pool. Let's do a public pool.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was the assumption. But why are our two characters at a swimming pool, Koby?
Well,
Why have our two characters chanced meeting here?
I suppose maybe handsome hunky lifeguard Joshua is on his shift looking at the pool, trying to make sure kids don't drown, but mostly trying to attract a hot older lady so he can finally not have to work hard and can just make life the easy way. And he is confronted by a shadowy, mysterious man in a trench coat. Joshua, Koby, who's me.
Can we pick new
About
names?
something.
We'll
And-
pick new names in the scene.
I mean, yeah, sure.
No, we'll pick new names in the scene.
All right.
Hey, you kids. Hey, you kids. Make sure you slow down. What are you doing? No running. No running by the pool.
I saw him there, sitting on his weird little lifeguard tower, his shorts only 2 inches down his thigh, his muscles glistening, and I knew this was the guy. I wasn't going to let it stand. I decided to walk over to him and make my presence known. Hey, I'm walking here.
Yes, I can see you're walking. Thank you for following the rules. I couldn't wait for this man to walk in front of my lifeguard tower. As soon as he walked in front of it, I was determined that I was going to kick him and push him into the water. That way, all the old ladies over in the hot tub would laugh, and maybe one of them would come and talk to me and say how funny I am.
I can't swim. I could swim. I could swim really well. In fact, it was that he saved me during my Olympic tryouts that ruined my career. I wasn't drowning. I was just swimming so good he couldn't tell. And this was going to be my revenge.
Sir, are you okay? Can you swim? This guy looked like he was trying to drown. But it was really bad because he was in the shallow end of the pool. He could just stand up. And not only that, but he had this weird like body mass water weight ratio that he was just kind of floating on his own anyway, not even under the water. So he was just flailing around on top of the water in the shallow end of the pool, pretending like he was drowning. I didn't quite understand it myself. Sir, can you just put your feet down and just stand up?
I would, except Except I only have 2 feet, and this is the 3-foot section. I'd really gotten him there. After all, how could a lifeguard possibly expect me to stand with my 2 feet in the 3-foot section? This was the type of thing that lifeguards just don't think through. So I knew that I had him right where I wanted him. Except he still had to come to me. But in essence,
He really had me there. He had me right where he wanted me. 2 feet. He only has 2 feet, but he's in the 3-foot section. Crazy. I don't know how I didn't see those signs and understand them in the past, but I guess this means I have to dive in and save him. Don't worry, sir. I'm coming to get you. Oh!
he was flailing around, even though his body weight to mass ratio was fine. He was flailing around as if he couldn't control all of his body after hitting his head on the bottom. Frankly, this is upsetting and truly awful thing to happen to a person. But I had him right where I wanted him, so I confronted him finally. Yo, do you know what you did? Well, that just says it all, doesn't it? He finally admitted it that he did it because he couldn't cut it like I could. Well, I guess this is where I walk off into the sunset of moms in the hot tub. Ladies, how would you like to be with an Olympic contender?
You know, everybody just wants to be with an Olympic contender.
Right. Well, we all know famous Olympic contenders who contended but never made it, such as...
Larry Bird.
Yes, Larry Bird.
See episode 1?
Yeah. Jeez. We've come so far.
Well, I've come further.
Well, yeah, but that's because sometimes
It's all bottled up inside.
well, you know how it is when how it is a longer barrel actually can slow down the momentum of a bullet based on its distance.
Koby, you know what the last game we're playing here today is?
What is it?
We're gonna play a game. I don't have a name for this game.
Oh.
Um,
That's exciting.
but somebody that we both know and care for dearly came up with a brilliant name for this game.
We know the same person?
Yeah. And I said I would save it. And I don't know where I
Great
saved
job.
it. I don't know where I saved it. Oh, yeah.
Was this
They
person
suggested that we name the game It's Not Over Till...
Okay, it's not over till.
Yep, that's it. So the way this game works is we are going to generate randomly a line.
Ooh.
And when one of us says that line, the scene ends on this line.
So we're just trying to build up to that line in some satisfying manner from a completely unconnected prompt for the scene.
Yeah.
Sounds
Yeah.
great. So are you generating that line right now with
I'm generating some random lines right now.
That is fantastic. So this process can be difficult because, frankly, our old IBM X computer that runs on vacuum tubes, hot glue, and pig urine has a hard time running sometimes, mostly because the pig urine is not supposed to be there, in case that wasn't clear. I don't know how it got
pick
there.
a number from 1 to 10.
7.
Okay. I have number 7 here is I never thought I'd have to negotiate peace treaties between warring factions of garden gnomes, but here we are.
I'd never thought I'd have to negotiate peace treaties between warring factions of garden gnomes, and yet here we are.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need a scene then that is going to be generated.
Do you want like a
completely
location?
separately.
What do you want?
Save that line, if you would. Yeah, let's go with the location. Yeah.
Let's go with. Sorry,
Oh,
it's
fuck.
like. A truck stop.
Okay. Truck stop it is. Truck stop works.
Truck stop. I never thought I'd have to negotiate peace treaties between warring factions of garden gnomes, but here we are.
All right. Hey there, Big Red. This is Sparkly Porcupine pulling into rest stop Seabucks, and I'm gonna be
Hey
stopping.
there, Big Red, or Porcupine. How you doing, Porcupine? It's Big Red here.
I'll 10-4 Niner Big Red. Just letting you know that I'm gonna be stopping for some guzzle and gulps, and I'll be back on the road ASAP.
Well, don't worry about ASAP, Porcupine. I'm gonna go ahead and stop in the stall next to you here. I'm just gonna pull up notes.
Alrighty. All right. Well, it's going to take a while for the rig to fill up here, so why don't we go on inside, leaving our wigs completely unattended, and see what kind of novelty sunglasses we can buy.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea here, Big Red. I like this.
I like
D-Bucks.
this idea. I like it a lot.
Oh yeah. I really like that they have the mascot here, the otter.
Well, you sure, yeah.
Yeah, the otter.
Because you know what this company's slogan is? Why I otter.
Yep, that's the company slogan. Why I otter.
All right, let's head on inside.
Yep.
Wow, look at this place. It's so big.
There's just beef jerky everywhere.
So much beef jerky.
So much beef jerky.
We were looking in mirrors. We're two hunky guys.
Oh, that's right. We are pretty
but there
hunky
are a
guys.
ton of fun, various novelty things: bow and arrows, and little plastic lighthouses, and VCRs, and all sorts of great things.
Yep,
here.
VCR is still relevant.
Yep.
I knew I was right to keep mine. But yet you traded yours in for a Blu-ray player. What an idiot.
Well, I had to because I had already traded mine in for a laser disc, and let me tell you what, that was unwieldy.
So you traded yours in for Laserdisc and then Blu-ray?
Yep, but I skipped DVDs.
Really?
Well, you know, I'm always picking out the wrong thing. Instead of an iPod, I got a Zune. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah, you always have been behind the times. That's why you should really trust me more when I tell you to get stuff.
You're right, I should, but you're not exactly ahead of things yourself, you know.
What you trying to say?
Well, I'm just trying to say that, you'd never invested your money in oil like I asked you to.
Well, why would I invest my money in oil? I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's a commodity that either of us need or use on a daily basis.
Well, it's just that back when they first found oil in Alaska,
Okay.
where we are,
Yep.
it seemed like it was a booming industry, but you said, no, trust me, Alaska is going to be much better for gold.
Yeah, I was telling you from the beginning, and look how right I was.
You found one piece of gold in your entire search, and it was in a jewelry box.
All right. I don't need this sass from you, sir. Big Red or Porcupine. Why don't we get somebody else to settle this then?
All right, we'll get that nice cashier lady over there. Excuse me, miss.
Hello, gentlemen. Well, can I help you?
Hi there. We was wondering something. Which is more value here in Alaska, gold or oil?
Well, why would I know that?
Well, you're from around here, right? This small town in Alaska.
Yep. I'm from right here, right up the street. You can see my snowmobile parked right outside.
Well,
I even drive it on non-snowy days. Just let it scrape along the ground.
yeah, it's like taking a boat on the highway. We all done it.
Yep, we've all done it.
We all done it.
We all done it.
Now, well, ma'am, here. I'm sorry. I'm having some trouble seeing you. Could you step on your stool, please?
Why would you want me to step on my stool?
Well, because you're right now. I'm just kind of peeking over the counter, and I really can't see you. I see the top of your little hat, but I can't see you.
Oh, here. Let me step on my stool.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. It's sure nice to be here in Nome, Alaska.
That's right. That's right. Nome, Alaska. Wait. Did you see that door open? You see who just walked in?
What? It's a gold gnome.
Yeah. Those gnomes think they're so fancy because they work at oh no. They work at a competitor's gas station.
Yeah.
9/11.
I'm sorry?
It was the first thing I thought of.
You mean the 911?
Yes, the 911.
Jeez. What? Let me tell you, them. Hey, no, let's do something else. Well, hello there. It's me. I'm a golden gnome.
Yes, we see who you are.
I'm just a guy who's from here, so I'm a gnomish.
Yes, so am I. Listen, you 911 gas station working gnome.
Yes, I'm a gold gnome and you're an oil gnome.
Yep, 911's not a gas station. It's a gold convenience store. Now listen here. Why don't you go back to 911, your convenience store, and I'll stay over on my side of the street over here at C-Bucks, and we can just live in peace like we have been.
Well, Jannabelle, don't you understand that I have to show you how much I love you?
Listen, Gilroy. Listen, Gilroy.
Yes, Jannabelle.
I'll never love you. After all, we can't love each other.
Just because we're two gnomes from different warring factions doesn't mean that we can't be together. Haven't you seen Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet?
Yes, we've watched it many
and
times.
its sequel, Sherlock Gnomes.
Yes,
starring
we've watched
Johnny Depp.
Yes, we've watched it many times.
It's the movie we fell in love together with.
Porcupine.
Yes, Big Red.
I don't think we're ever going to be able to check out. I was hoping to buy this beef jerky, and they're just sitting here.
Ching, ching.
What's that? Oh, my God. It's a golden gnome with a machine gun.
I'm not happy with any of this, and I don't want my son seeing that oily gnome.
Now, put the gun down.
Well, where is my daughter, Jannabelle? Jannabelle, what are you doing consorting with a gold gnome?
Oh no, she's pulling out a gun too.
Oh, this is really bad, Porcupine.
Yeah, this is really bad. What are we gonna do?
I didn't think I was ever gonna have to try to quell tensions between two roaring factions of garden gnomes, and yet here we are.
Close enough. I have to negotiate peace treaties with warring factions, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this has been the imPod by imPunk.
Yes, it has been. Yes.
Depending on what makes it in the episode, I'm sorry.
But yeah, this has been the imPod by imPunk.
Yes, this has been the imPod by imPunk.
This is our short form section. Stick around on it. Subscribe to the channel so that you can check out our long form section where we do an entirely improvised radio play. It's kind of like that last section you just listened to, except
better.
Hopefully better. Yeah, a lot more story, a lot more intricate. There's more to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, depending on what makes it in the episode, I'm sorry.
And on behalf of Joshua, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry for many things, some of which I won't even bring up here.
Oh, well. We'll see you all next week.
Please do like, subscribe, share, and Leave comments and
We should
and
we should lead with that.
emails and yes.
Yeah, we should lead with that next time.
Hey, well, I'll put this at the beginning.
It's a terrible idea. All right, bye.
Bye.
This has been an imPunk production. Sound effects from freesound.org. Music from pixabay.com. More information and licenses in the episode notes. Thanks for listening. Tune in next time.